the philosopher, I would say Aristotle, because this has to do with vision and values. So, Aristotle, seeing the world clearly and valuing beauty and stability. What we see influences what we believe.
Mm.
All right. What's up, Exalted? What we see influences what we believe. That's why it's very important what you watch.
Mm.
If you watch a lot of scary movies, you start to believe the world is scary. You know, there's a lot of danger out there if you're watching criminal shows all the time. You think everybody is a criminal or a murderer because you're watching it all the time. So what we see influences what we believe.
Mm.
Yes, ma'am.
So that baddie stuff that they be watching, that influences.
Oh, of course.
Mm.
Everything we see influences what we believe. So those are gate one and gate two. So those are the two that you missed yesterday. And now we are going to move on to gate three, which is focus of mind. This will be the ocular motor nerve. Anybody know anything about the ocular motor nerve before your girl get into it? This is Gemini. Yeah. So, okay. So we're going to move into gate three. Okay. This is the transition from the grounded stability of Taurus into the rapid electric air of Gemini. This is where we move from having to name to, well, this is where we go from having to naming, right? Because we started off with Aries as I am, we went to Taurus to I have, now we are in Gemini. So the focus shifts from the optic nerve, which is all about receiving light, to the ocular motor nerve, which directs where we look. So this is when we go into the disciple of James, okay? Because we look to James because he's the son of Zebedee. So he's often associated with the sons of thunder. Okay. James represents the active will of the mind. He is a disciple of movement and discernment. To think is to choose a direction. So now we're going from I am to I have to I think. To think is to choose a direction. So James represents the transition from a passive observer to an active seeker who directs his focus with intent,
Mm.
right? So
Mm.
as we're moving through the zodiac, we're understanding that the first I am was the initial awakening to where you are. Anytime you're going through any process, you awaken to it, you become aware, right? So that's Aries, that awareness, that awakening, that instinct, that spark. And then you go into Taurus, which is I have, to becoming grounded. That's why it's an earth sign. Getting grounded into this plane of existence. Okay. I have this life. I have this breath. I have everything that I want. And now we're moving on to thinking, right? So when you get to the thinking stage, we're at like the curiosity stage. This would be like the child. So the baby was the grounding. The child is the stage of exploration. So this is the stage of the why. Why is the sky blue? But why, mommy? But why, mommy? But why, mommy? This is where Gemini is. So the child's eyes are constantly going everywhere, comparing one thing to another. This is the birth of duality. All right. And we know this because Gemini is the sign of the twins. So we begin to see left and right, up and down, light and shadow. The ocular motive nerve is the muscle of curiosity. It is the physical mechanism that allows the mind to scan the environment and collect data. So when we're thinking of the energetic support, it's to fuel the rapid firing of the mind and the constant movement of the eyes. So this is what the when you're thinking about the quick thinker, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and y'all know when it talks about the Quicksilver and all of that, we always got to throw these movies up in there so we can understand it better. So this cell salt for Gemini is potassium chloride. This is not to be confused with potassium phosphate. Okay. This salt is the blood purifier, and it also is a fibrin conditioner. So in the ocular motor system, it really keeps the nerves smooth and the eye movement supple. It prevents the stiffness of thought and the physical eye strain that comes from mental overexertion. So the best foods to eat for this is what they call the ultimate brain food. Does anybody want to take a guess on what they say the ultimate brain food is? You all know it. I know somebody. Azrael, hey. You wanna tell us what the ultimate brain food is? No?
I would like
Oh,
to, but I want you to just go ahead on. Keep
just
going.
take a guess for me. Just take
I'm not gonna
one
guess because
guess.
I just let them go. You keep doing
No,
go.
I bet you if you guessed though, you would be right. Like I know you would be right. Cause it's the first thing that came to your mind when I said it. Cause it seems so obvious. But it's an apple. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know. You knew that. You knew it was an apple. But apples are very rich in quercetin, which protects the neurons from running out of oxygen. So it's the crispness and the sweetness and all of that is Gemini energy. Very quick, refreshing, and intellectually stimulating. So when we're talking about the sonic frequency, it's the 432 hertz. So this is going to bridge the gap between the earth energy, which is Taurus, and the air energy, which is Gemini. So this frequency is going to help so that our thoughts accelerate, they stay in tune with the natural harmony of the biological body, and it's preventing the mental scattering often associated with Gemini, because Geminis can be all over the place if you ever talk to one. But you know what? My Mercury is in Gemini and my Mars is in Gemini. That's why I feel like sometimes when I be teaching, I be all over the place. So I be needing y'all to be like, hey girl, you done went everywhere. I need you to come on back around here. So what we're gonna do is a dual scan. So with the ocular motor nerve, it controls most of your eye movements and your pupil constriction. So this is the driver of your vision. So I want you to keep your head still, but I want you to move your eyes slowly to the far left and then to the far right. Now, as you move your eyes, you got to acknowledge the two-ness of the world. Okay, you have your left, your right, your internal, your external, your subjective, your objective. So, this is the integration, realizing that your thinking is the bridge between these two poles. You are the observer in the middle. Okay. Now, observe the duality of the perception. The mind is the tool that weaves the many into the one. You think with clarity and curiosity. So, how y'all feeling about the ocular motor nerve? I mean, I need to know what y'all getting out of this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I ain't speaking for my health. Or
Well, I
maybe
got
I am.
out of
Oh,
it
thank you,
that
Kathy.
uh, you need to like claim what you want as far as the ocular nerve. That's what that helps, maybe.
Well, you definitely choosing what to focus on. So your attention is going to direct your consciousness. And the explorer, which is what Gemini is, if we're looking at the young archetype, it is the explorer. So the disciple is Zebedee or James, like I said, the son of Zebedee. And the explorer seeks new knowledge and experiences. So when we're looking at the gate three, Gemini focus of mind, we are, it's more like Socrates. Socrates asked a bunch of questions. If y'all remember that philosopher, it's directing attention and curiosity. Questions expand awareness. So you always want to ask questions. Okay, it slowed down. I can hear now. Oh, was I going too fast? I don't know. You know, big up be tripping, y'all. Big up be tripping. So a really good thing that helps focus the mind is peppermint. Like if you wanted to use a herb for focus, I would say peppermint. You know, I'm sure somebody has some other suggestions, but directing attention and so what have we learned so far? We've learned that the first thing is awareness, and that's how you begin your journey. And then what you see influences what you believe because then this becomes your vision. So as you're growing up as a child, the things that you start seeing around you, you believe them to be true. That's why when we look at television, we think it's real as children. Everything is real to us that we see. And then we know that questions expand our awareness. So now that we're seeing things and we're aware of things, now we're questioning things. What is this? What is that? What does this do? Why are you shaking your booty like that? Like we question, all right? Because that is what expands our awareness. So I guess y'all ready to move into gate four. Now, gate four,
Question.
since yes.
Isn't that where
Uh-huh.
that saying goes? Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. We ain't even got to the ears yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I agree with that. So, we're going to move on to gate four, which is cancer. And I know y'all know all about cancers because cancers be in their feelings.
And they
So,
so secretive.
I
so
So
gave
what
secret.
you say?
one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I gave
What?
birth to one. Yeah, boy.
The secret.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Hidden
what
agendas. They
A
agendas be
look,
real
a
hidden.
hidden
female too.
agenda.
Baby, I
A
was
Okay.
female
blood with a cancer before. I could
girl.
tell you. Mm.
Okay. Okay.
I had an
Well,
encounter.
an encounter. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I am a cancer. Just in case y'all want to
Mm-hmm.
forget. Okay, so we going into my neck of the woods. So the cancer or gate four, the trochlear nerve, the emotional garden.
Procular.
So the trochlear nerve is the emotional garden. So we're going to move now from the curiosity of the Gemini into the deep rhythmic waters of Cancer. Okay.
Cancer. This
Uh-huh.
is gate 4.
Yes, this is gate 4. This is the gateway of the crab, the protector of the inner world.
Mm.
So here we're moving from the external scanning of the environment because that's what we was doing in Gemini. We was scanning around, we was looking, we was questioning. All right, we was asking a bunch of questions about what we're seeing, and now we're moving into the internal sensing of the soul. So we focus on the trochlear nerve because this is the pulley of the eye that allows us to look up and down. And it also allows us to look down and inward.
Mm.
So we look at the disciple Andrew. Anybody know anything about Andrew that they want to share with us? You know, the disciple Andrew. I know I'll be throwing this out at y'all, hoping somebody gonna say something, but he was an apostle. Okay, he was the seeker of the inner way. So Andrew represented the introverted strength of the spirit. He was the one who quietly brought others to the light, operated from a place of deep feeling and conviction rather than outward display. So he is the guardian of the threshold, the one who feels the resonance of truth in his bones. Woo! I like that. Do y'all like that? I like
Mm.
that. So when we're looking at Cancer and we're looking at the emotional debt, this is what we want to say an adolescence is. Okay. Because, you know, the adolescent stage is the birth of complex inner emotional landscape. So it is a time of feeling the weight of the world, of developing a private emotional territory that must be protected. So the trochlear nerve is unique. It is the only cranial nerve that exits from the back, which is the dorsal of the brainstem. It controls the superior oblique muscles, which allows the eye to look down and inward. This is the physical gesture of humility, of prayer, and introspection. Damn.
Mm.
So when you pray, when you look down, that's what the trochlear nerve do. And this is connected to our emotions. So it's a biological mechanism of checking in. Go ahead, Azrael. What's up with the question mark?
Not necessarily a question. I never thought
Uh-huh.
about it that way.
You never thought about it that way?
It makes perfect sense
It's
though.
yeah, it has to do with checking in with how you feel. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So the way
Yeah.
that our eyes, yeah. So yeah. So this really reinforces the shell. That's why this is connected to the crab of your emotional body and supports the delicate nerves of the midbrain. So the salt for this is the calcium fluoride. Calcium fluoride is an elasticity. Thank you. Elasticity salt. So it's found in the enamel of your teeth and the elastic fibers of the skin and the blood vessels. So, in the cancer trochlear system, it provides the flexible strength needed in your emotional boundaries. So, it prevents the hardening of the heart while ensuring you aren't too thin skinned. You know what I'm saying? You can't be thin skinned these days in this world. All right? No. We ain't raising no suckers out on these streets. So the best food for this is mushrooms growing in a damp, dark, and lunar climate. Go ahead, mister.
Sorry, retrising everybody. I'm just getting up. So
Oh,
I
that's
got
your
some.
getting up voice? That's a deeper voice than you
Mm,
normally got.
Yeah,
mm.
let me stop. Thank you. How
You
y'all
stop.
doing? Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Nope, nope. How you doing, Nookie? She's like, babies.
Thank you
I'm
for
good.
going around and saying everybody's name. We appreciate that. Anything else you want to say, Mister?
On mute now.
Oh, don't threaten us with a good time.
Okay, come up in here with the Barry White voice. Like, what's going on?
Mm.
So mushrooms represent the subconscious mind. They are the connectors of the Earth's floor. They provide a lot of vitamin D and beta glucans necessary to support the immune system and your physical emotional garden. So for this one, we really want the sonic frequency of 528. This is the miracle frequency. So this is
Mm,
associated with DNA repair and
mm,
transformation. So since cancer rules the womb and the origins of the 528 resonates with the restorative power of the heart space. So like BZ should definitely be playing 528 hertz when he be doing his stuff. But this
mm,
brings in healing emotional wounds and bringing harmony to the nervous system. So what we're gonna do is the inward gaze. So the trochlear nerve is your pulley into the subconscious. So what you want to do is slowly lower your gaze towards your heart. Just kind of look down towards your heart. Do not close your eyes yet. Just simply look down as if you're reading a sacred text that's written on your chest. And then as your eyes turn inward, feel the pull in your midbrain. This
mm,
is the trochlear nerve activating your internal focus.
mm,
So you want to visualize a soft silver light, because that's lunar energy, surrounding your emotional space, and just recognize that you have the right to feel and the right to protect those feelings. So, this cancer protects emotional territory. So, look down is to look within. To look within is to find the soul. So you feel deeply and safely. Understand that when you are looking down, you are looking within yourself. All right,
mm,
there's really no other way to do that. You're not looking down to look to praise or to lift up something outside of you. That is
mm,
not what you're doing. So when we're looking at gate 4, this is our emotional awareness. All right. Like I said, the disciple was John. This is the caregiving archetype. You know, very subtle eye movement and emotional perception. This is empathy, emotional sensitivity, compassion begins with feeling. Do you have any feelings? Yes, we all do. So, the philosopher is Confucius, if any of y'all know who that is. Empathy and emotional depth, understanding feelings leads to compassion. So, feelings leads to compassion. I also wanted to say so the one thing that I did not do for the other gates, so as I'm going back over these gates with y'all so y'all can remember, um, the first gate, olfactory, that's one. The smell. Smelling. Now this wants to give the major arcana the magician. The Hebrew letter is the Aleph, which y'all know is the ox, which The ox, the ram, and the bull, it's like, yeah, you know. But as we look on the tree of life, this is when Kether moves to Chakma. Now, the theme here is breath activates life. Consciousness begins with the breath and instinct to live. This is awakening life, olfactory, smelling, Aries, boom, check it. Now, the gate two, perception of reality. We know this is the optic nerve. This is Taurus, ruled by Venus. They want to say the major arcana card is the high priestess, but mm. Hebrew letter is Beth, which means
Mm,
house.
mm,
So this is when Kether moves to Bina. This is seeing truth and recognizing patterns, which is what we need to do. We need to recognize the patterns. Vision shapes the world we believe we live in, right? So that is gate number two. Today, we started with gate number three. This is focused awareness. Gemini, ocular motor nerve. The body system they're saying is the muscular system. This is ruled by the planet Mercury, which is all about expression and talking. The Hebrew letter is Jamel. What does Jamel mean? Damn, I forgot. The tree of life is going from Kether to Tepereth. And this is all about directing attention and mental movement. Where attention goes, consciousness grows. Ew, what flower is that? That's cute. What is the tree? Is
tree of
it
life. Tree of life.
tree of life? Okay. That's nice. Pretty.
It's got all of the crystals, chakras in it. Is that a brooch? She is like,
It's like a
oh,
little
it's the
thing.
actual tree. Okay. Nook has one. I sent her one.
Oh, okay.
Just like it, identical.
That's so nice. So, and then the last gate we did today is gate four, emotional intelligence.
Mm.
So, this is all about emotion and protection. The Hebrew letter here is Deleth, which is door. So, your emotions is your doors to your heart. Um, this is the circulatory system connected to the moon, circulation. Emotional intelligence protects life. I mean, like we we are not as hard on dumb people as we should be. It says emotional intelligence protects life. That means if you don't have no emotional intelligence, you're not even protecting your life that well. And I gotta sit next to you dumb ass people who ask dumb ass questions and do dumbass things, and you putting both of our lives in jeopardy at this
In
point.
danger.
Yes, yes, we're not taking this as seriously as we should. That threw me off. When I saw emotional intelligence protects life,
Well,
that means
I felt your energy because I love you so much, ma'am.
uh-huh. I
And I
appreciate
can't. So I couldn't remember exactly which one you wanted because I have something for you. I know it's been probably years that I've been holding on to this shit, but I can't remember exactly what you told me. But I be going through so much. So I did remember. Don't think that you got forgotten. Looky here.
I don't think that.
So
Oh, that is beautiful.
was it that one? I can't remember which one you say you wanted.
I definitely want that butterfly thing. Butterflies in the sky. I can fly twice as high. Yeah, I want that. That's
And it
pretty.
has energy on it. So okay, that is yours.
Yes.
Okay.
So, howdy, nightmare. I mean, you saying howdy, but nightmare that don't go together. Cause a nightmare ain't about to say howdy. But I see that duality you got over there. So we done went through the first four cranial nerves. Okay. Does anybody but Sassy want to tell me what they are? Because I feel like Sassy been writing stuff down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Who who wants to go? Who wants to give me one? Because I just did the first four again. So Exalted's at work, so she's not a part of this. So we got she is like Mr. Empress, Azrael, So Truth. Eve, are you at work, Eve? I don't know if you went to your shop or not. So I'll keep Eve open to the side. But any of y'all got 4 out of 5 of y'all. Let's go. Y'all just go so quiet. Y'all do this in everybody's room. You know what I'm saying? And then people be like, oh, okay, I see y'all ain't talking no more. Now y'all know how I feel. And you know what I just be sitting there doing when y'all say that? I just be eating my popcorn. Because it's like we do this all day.
How about gate 3 optical? Yeah, I know. It can be very irritating, can it? Yes, it can.
Optic, yes. Optic is gate 2, but I still like the fact that you said optic. So yes, optic nerve is gate
Okay.
two.
2, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Can I give a hint on one? Because I don't know how to say it. And I
Okay,
want
go ahead.
to cock. Mama, can you see it? See, look. Oh, yeah. What is it?
I, I thought you was about to give a hint or something. What happened? Um, yeah. So y'all don't have to tell me the name of the nerve, but you could at least tell me what the nerve controls or the part that it helps. Seeing as though this has to do with us and the human body. Okay, okay. Vagus nerve. I'm glad that you mentioned the vagus nerve, Exalted, but we ain't mentioned it out of these first four. The vagus nerve is nerve number 10. 10. We're on 4. So, you was guessing, but it was a good guess. At least you said
Yeah.
something. You know what I'm saying? At least you said something.
Okay.
Like, this is why I'm not no teacher. Cause I'm telling y'all right now, all of y'all will be bringing me apples every day because y'all ain't listening. And I'm wondering why was they
Eh,
bribing the teacher with
We
apples
can
back in
bring
the day?
it. No, 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 dog. No, no, teach. No, teach.
Why you Empress, what happened?
We only got 3 more. She said optic. So we went over one that has to do with
Ocular.
yes, ocular. Thank
That's
you.
what my hand was about to be till my son walk in. I'm about to say cock,
Cock. No, you
cock,
wasn't about to say
cock,
cock.
cockular.
Mm.
You was
Where did
gonna
that come
say
in on?
ocular motor. Yeah, ocular motor. This is focused awareness. You know, where you focusing your attention.
On a
Yeah,
cock.
she was gonna say cock. I mean, we was all gonna be confused, but where attention goes, consciousness grows.
Mm.
And ocular motor. Go ahead,
Fire
so
or
truth.
water.
I know you
It's
got
just
one.
the what? Will I
You
focus
got
my attention?
yeah. You could at least give me the last one I gave you.
We still on the fourth gate.
Yeah, what was the fourth gate?
That was the chariot. Okay, James, the fourth gate, the body, emotion, cancer.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. Emotional
Ma-
intelligence.
Emotional intelligence or mastery, nature, family, direction, and through feelings. The fourth
But
gate, cancer.
y'all see why I'm only giving y'all two at a time? Two at a time. Okay, cause
What I do? Didn't I
I
tell it
didn't
all? And then it's the
I
king. And then with the tarot card on the fourth gate is the chariot. Come on,
ain't
I'm
nobody
following.
girl, I am not coming for you. Okay, like this
So
is
so
why I
looky,
be
what you
feeling like
so looky, you got focus, breathing,
uh-huh.
visual, emotional.
Oh,
That's the four.
yes.
Okay.
Focus,
Yeah.
breathing, vision, and emotional. Hell yeah, mister. He over there sleeping and he still got it. Like
Oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
writing. I'm writing. I'm
I
writing.
I'm
smoke
I'm
writing it
writing.
cigarettes.
down.
I'm writing. I'm
That's
cheating.
what I like to hear. Okay. So awareness, that breath. That breath is awareness. Okay. That's why they talk of that ruach. You know what I'm saying? That spirit, that breath. So that's the
The
first
breath.
thing. He breathed the breath of life into man. So that's
Mm.
Aries, the breath. And then the eyes open and you could see. That's Taurus, to have, to see vision. All right. The second
Awareness.
one. And then you start to question, well, now that I see this big thing in front of me, what is it? So that's to think, Gemini. Okay. And then fourth is to feel, Cancer. You know, the trochlear nerve. That's where you are having emotional intelligence. Now I feel. And what do y'all think comes after that? Even though I'm not going into it today.
It's Leo. The fifth gate, the soul and the body, the strength. That's John.
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
The
It's
number five is Leo.
expression of power. We will go into that tomorrow. Okay. So I want y'all to understand these energies. All right. We done did four energies already. So we did Aries, which is the initiation, the spark. That's fire. Then we did Taurus, the earth sign. That's grounded, stubborn, and but that's Taurus. They're grounded, right? Earth sign. Then we went to Gemini, which is an air sign. They talkers. They can talk about this, talk about that, but we also stepped into duality because we need to know this left, right, it's up, down, right, so now we're thinking, and that's the air. And then we go into water, which is emotional, which is Cancer, which is feeling your feelings. So then that starts all over again, right? The
Mm.
fire, the earth, the air, and the water.
Water, water.
So when we go into fire again, which would be Leo, you know, that's going to give a different type of energy. So anytime that you're looking at your chart and you're seeing those signs into those energies, so meaning like I was saying yesterday, with your Mercury being into Cancer. Well, we already know that Cancer has to do with emotions and feelings. So
Mm-hmm.
Mercury is the way that you communicate. So that person is gonna always be communicating very about their feelings all the time. You
Okay,
know, like they gonna be.
You
Huh?
you you went out and came back in. What did you say right before that?
About the Mercury and Cancer?
Yeah, say that again. Say that last one again, because you went out on my end. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I was saying that Mercury in Cancer, if you meet someone whose Mercury is in Cancer, we know that Cancer has to do with emotional intelligence and the way that we express emotions. So that person, the way that they communicate would be always in their feelings because their Mercury is in Cancer. So I told y'all my Mercury is in Gemini. We learned today that Gemini is all about focus, attention, and awareness. It's ruled by Mercury, swift. So your Mercury is in Aries, right? So, like I was saying about Exalted yesterday, her Mercury is in Aries. We know Aries is the awareness, the initiation, the spark, the leadership, all that drive. So she gonna say what she want to say. Nobody can make her think anything. Her thoughts come from herself. If she feel like someone is controlling the way that she's thinking, it's probably gonna make her very offended. You know what I'm saying? Because her Mercury is the spark. She likes to come up with the ideas. She likes to come up with new things to do. That's Mercury in Aries. So that's just the way she thinks. It's just the way she communicates. So if she wanted to go holler at somebody, she might make the first, communication. She might do that first, because her Mercury is in Aries. So that's how us learning how these signs work through the cranial nerves is going to help us explain not only how we function, right? But what does it mean when they're saying the 12 disciples or the 12 disciplines? Because the 12 disciples are nothing but archetype of messengers and how we should be, right? So to get to the ultimate Christ consciousness. So it's all just still telling us what we're supposed to be mastering. So anybody have any questions on that? No? All
No,
right,
no
all right.
questions.
I guess we could move on. Um, what are we moving on to? I'll tell you. I was thinking that churches don't really do what they're supposed to be doing. Like, meaning when the church came out originally, it was supposed to be to help people. But it don't really seem like they're in the business of helping people anymore. It just seems like they're in the business of being in the business to make money. So how did I lose So Truth? Where the heck did she go? So before I go there, exhausted chosen. Did y'all see me call y'all yesterday? Cause I called like everybody yesterday to make sure y'all was in band lab. You had the information.
Mm-mm. You called me? No, I would have
Yeah,
answered. Mm-mm.
yeah. I called on.
I got a missed call. Yeah, I did get a missed call, but I
You
called you
got to
back.
check it. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you downloaded BandLab because I had sent you the link to BandLab, and because I wanted to add everybody to their whatever track they wanted to do done so that